You can hear this. You are not alone. This is the resistance.
Operation Richard Wright. Now that's something else, guys. It's a huge problem that we found in our country. Now, before I go off on a rant and explain how unpleased I am with varying directions of this problem, I'm going to take a minute and introduce myself again, because I haven't introduced myself since my very first video. Okay? My name is Mark Dwaron. I live in New Brunswick, Canada. I said it in my first video. If you want me, come and get me. I'm not hiding from anybody. See this? See this hat? The letters say PJD with a lovely chain across. Right here. There's a date on it. A lot of people have asked me, what's with the hat? It stands for Prisoners Justice Day. Okay? August 10th. It's when prisoners inside of jails began to riot for their civil rights. I have to tell you guys something. There's a difference between a jail and a hospital. You're not going to like this fact. You're only guaranteed one thing with jail. And that one guarantee does not translate to hospital incarceration. In jail, a judge guarantees your release date. In a hospital, it becomes discretion of the doctors. So is Mr. Wright up against a big hurdle? You're guaranteed that he is. Okay? I've seen both sides of the spectrum. Diagnosed bipolar, 16 years old. Does not surprise me at all to see how they're treating him. No phone privileges, not new. No outside contact, not new. You guys have to wrap your heads around it. It is one of the most intrusive institutions that we have next to Child Protective Services. So, knowing this, what does Mr. Wright need? He needs a lawyer. And I mean a darn good one. Legal aid does not have the firepower behind it that he needs. I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. Do you think that I like doing these things to you guys? I run a group of over 5,000 members. Where do you think all of this came about? I've only been a member for 3 days, maybe 4. And you guys have 5,000 members? I'm not saying it's all my doing, because I don't do jack. All I do is hit share. People who follow me. There is where the magic happens. They are the miracle workers, not me. What did I do? Why am I so adamant and interested in your cause? I helped found Occupy Moncton. It was my money that went into those tents to get it started. It was those people that got themselves together that started collecting donations. Then we saw Occupy Canada. Stepped out of it. I let Occupy Canada do its own thing. I also let Anonymous Canada do its own thing. I let I'll No More do its own thing. Because all of these people let me do my own thing. And what was my thing? International networking. You didn't ask yourself why you're seeing different languages in your group out of nowhere? International networking. You want this to blow up all over the global media and the social networking systems? Already happening. Slow but sure, it's already happening. Mr. Wright was a conspiracy theorist. Who cares? I'm a conspiracy theorist. Mr. Wright gave out money for donations. Who cares? I give out money for donation. And large sums of it from my own pocket. I'm not in a loony bin over it. Why is he? Now, Richard, bro, nothing personal. If you would have thought 2 steps ahead, you would have known what subject matter not to cover when you were in hospital care. But that's okay, dude. We all make mistakes. But now that you've started the role of truth-telling, we have no choice but to stand behind you. Because if we don't, it's going to make you look even crazier. We can't pretend that we don't believe the things that you believe. Now, there's been a few suggested actions. I brought it to my resistance boys and I said, what do you think is the best approach? What should I be promoting? They said, don't promote any of them, but be sure to dissuade one of them. Make sure they don't do one of them. And I said, all right, well, which one's the one you don't want them to do? And they said, Connor, do not let these people line up in front of a hospital and tell a psychiatric people that they believe the same thing he does. Because the FEMA camps are going to fill up a heck of a lot faster than you want to believe they will. You guys might not know this, but there's a psychiatric institution in Alaska that is bilateral for both countries that can hold up to 2 million people. What kind of crazy do we have to lock in fucking Alaska, guys? Come on. Who are they going to put there? It's not going to be the people that are taking their meds and trying to get through this regular daily life. It's not going to be them. It's going to be those in which the meds don't work. There are people in the world where the meds just do not work. There's nothing you can do about that. It's nothing personal. Alright? But we'll just hope for the best and we'll do what we can and we'll move forward. I'm at 7 minutes and I got to make a part 2 about this, so I'll talk to you guys later. Alright, peace.